red here against yellow. But we also have red here, I'm sorry, against teal. So a format change here for teal. You can see this. Changing up, getting that back line here. Let's check our upgrades right now. Wow, that disruptor shot just absolutely blew up almost all those Marines in the center. Insane play. A little bit glitching out here. Getting crazy. We've got the 2 stacked up here and back. That was a ping from Jason. Maybe suggesting that they yep, it looks like they're gonna reorient from that little stack spot. This is too many Marauders. 1-1 Marauders against this base Stalkers is not gonna go well. That's gonna be some damage. You're gonna chip away at the shield just a little bit. It's a lot of bio in this game. Coming down and through. All right. Well, so far, no gases have been dropped. There hasn't been really significant pressure on either side. Right now, the advantage is going over to the Squirters, who have maintained this mid control ever so slightly. And that's all it takes. It's just this little slight control. Right now, red is really struggling to get through, and I just really feel like a wave of zealots would be so beneficial, but I think that they're going to choose to continue on with these, they're going to choose to continue on with the Stalkers. Moving forward, they need this to actually do some damage here. Oh, it's taking a lot of damage. The photon cannon is down to 5, down to 4, 430, and it will be saved. And these storms are going to be huge. Storm, disruptor shot, archons, are you kidding me? It's like a recipe for bio being absolutely crushed. Towards front now, damage coming through from this cannon is pretty good. It's gonna help, that's for sure. Now, is this gonna be enough to survive here? That's the question. The Adepts do continue to have some survivability. If they can last a long enough time to get these 2 to stack up, that would be ideal, but it just doesn't seem like that's quite able to happen. I mean, it's crazy. Zealots have 150, like they soak quite a bit. Especially when you get an armor upgrade. Upgrades here for pink are 1-1. We have 1-1 for yellow as well, and we are going for 3 Tier 2 upgrades. Yellow, teal, and pink all have decided it's time for Tier 2. These disruptors are crushing it for orange. Orange is doing such a great job just countering bio as hard as possible. Some damage here potentially onto the photon cannon. 382 down to 328. Shots continuing to fire. 210. That Immortal was getting some pops off. And we need to see Pawa really locked us up to turn this around. Right now, it's just not enough survivability. The waves are ending far too quickly. See, these zealots come forward and they just, I mean, I know that it's already a beaten army, but man, they come forward, they just soak so much. Even against this many, there's a good 3 seconds. And I think that may be all it takes. In this case, though, this is going to be really rough. Up to 2. You can see here the second attack upgrade. And here is a potential answer. The Ghost. And when I say potential, I meant that because it looks like we're going to have a bunker go down. 50, 210, 100, 38, 1, 0, done, out. Attack is coming through. Pink trying to do a pretty good job. Now we do have the stack starting to happen with these stalkers, which is what they needed. But we'll have to see if it's actually going to end up being enough. Gas down for pink, gas down for blue, gas down for red. Up top, we have a gas down for teal. Nothing and nothing. So actually the losing team, the team that lost the bunker, ends up all dropping a gas. Yellow in a concave. Teal and yellow are stacking up medevacs, and this is going to make this even more potent as the pressure continues from the squirters. Moving into a bunch of stalkers. Almost a blink there from the Pew Pew Prince. Got the first one off, not the second one though. And that's some great micro. As soon as that's over, there's those units using that to blink backwards and make sure that they don't get one shot. We're going to see red also going for the tier 2 upgrade to unlock some more upgrades to get access to some more units. Right now it's looking pretty strong for Team Squirters, who are putting on a lot of pressure. The stack is... Now, there is a stack here. I don't know if it's enough. This is a very potent little death ball right here. Well played. Those you can see they don't have those turned on right away. So the disruptor balls, the disruptor shots are coming out a little bit late. And that's what you want to do. You want to wait till there's a nice big stack of units. These stalkers are really starting to stack up. They've gone up to the upgrades at 2-2. Disruptor shots from pink now as well. But we do see some siege tanks in the back line. I would not be surprised to see some Colossus potentially hit the field, just given how much bio is out here, but at the same time, it could also be pretty detrimental. What the tank? What are you doing? What? It went all the way around over here. From like where? What? That pathing was nuts. Continuing to move forward here. Disruptor attack. These storms are savage. They aren't against bio though. These storms in this situation, they are going against a Protoss that can't regenerate shield, but they have to get they have to get out of combat to do so. And that does not look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Huge stack of siege tanks over on the right side of the screen. And this could be incredibly detrimental, especially if this stack continues forward. We may be seeing a very quick game number 1 here. Under 15 minutes. Nothing protecting these tanks, but this is going to seesaw. All these are going to be able to close in on them slowly but surely. And that's what we see happening. So it's an even trade, actually. Surprisingly, the siege tanks all go down except one. Nice blink backwards. Great blink back from Pew. Bio ball coming in. Wow, those disruptor shots are pretty good. Now it takes a while for these to charge up. You can see here down in the bottom, is that gonna get there in time? Those shots could be huge if they're able to do it, and yes, they do get off in time, and that gets a nice little chunk of damage there in the center. That could be enough. They are fighting back towards mid. Will they be able to do it? There are a ton of medevacs out here. These storms are huge and absolutely destroy the bio. The bio will have such a hard time, but there are still medevacs. There's still shots being fired. This siege tank, will it survive? No. 2 Immortals versus the siege tank. I wonder who wins. Big blink forward. Big blink forward here. Killing this army, great decision making, and now moving forward into the bio. These Immortals are going to have to do massive amounts of damage against both the Marauders and the Siege Tanks, but these Siege Tanks, this grouping over here is just too savage. Attacks move forward towards left side. And they're fighting. I mean, they fought. They're holding on, right? Pawa is holding on. They're doing a great job of utilizing micro, doing what they need to try to continue pushing towards mid and back onto the side of Team Squirters, but it's just not enough. If we look at the income here, you can see second gas just dropped there. Second gas dropped a little while ago for Gash. One apiece. And those are all profiting full. Pointing out the ghosts there. Bio versus bio, tank versus tank, T versus T. There's just so many medevacs out here. Can they clear the wave of medevacs? Because those are stacking up, giving a lot of extra utility. But it doesn't matter. This orange, this bio ball, this death ball is so strong. The blink backwards. Continuing to force out from the shots the disruptor balls that are coming out. We'll see when somebody wants to go up to that tier 3. Towards front, damage coming through. It's just so tough. The siege is there. The siege is here constantly. We need to see some kind of an ability. And there it is. We see the tier 3 right here on Teal. Teal going up for Liberators is going to go for that tier 3, is going to get the expanded range from the tier 3, and these are going to sit behind. They're going to continue to put on the pressure. This is a great play, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Pawa to come back from that. Once those get out there, that's going to be rough, and it's actually going to happen just in time. Watch, there it is. You see that as soon as tier 3 finishes, they get the upgrade, and they're going to be able to siege from so far away, and there's nothing that Red's going to be able to do. There's only 2 Void Rays over here. Will they be enough to get through? There's already Vikings out for Teal as well to try to deal with this. And you can see, look at these Liberators. Having a field day. One goes down. Second one goes down. Still 2 alive. And they have called GG. So that will be game number 1 going in favor of Team Squirters.